right, are we on? All right, looks like we're on here. Welcome to X Lorenz coverage of practice for Project Cars 2 action at Daytona with stock cars. Ken Jones, Tim Bannett alongside, bringing you the play-by-play action of what's going on. And Tim, we just saw practice wrap up, and looks like Patrick Seeger, I believe, was the fastest. What do you think we're going to see going forward here for qualifying? These guys have 5 minutes to get out here and get it done. Well, I tell you, Ken, it's good to be out here, and this is going to be group qualifying. That's kind of what we've seen ARCA do on TV here, so this is kind of really reminiscent of what you would see kind of an ARCA race, and we're going to be doing some NASCAR racing going on, NASCAR Heat 3, but right now we're doing Project Cars here, and as I said, this is kind of similar to ARCA, because you're going to see a bunch of these guys out here, and when I keep emphasizing ARCA, if you're familiar with ARCA, that means there's going to be a lot of wrecks. You're definitely going to see a lot of crashes here. Thank goodness damage is not on, because that's certainly going to be would be a great hindrance with all the crashes we're going to see. And hopefully some of these guys, you know, will be able to dodge the crashes and be able to see if they can get some clean laps. Well, it should be interesting to see how things play out. We're getting ready to see how things are going to take place. We're going to be riding on board with Clinton 6996. He's going to be our onboard car, and hopefully he gives us some great pictures. We'd like to thank our 2 viewers, looks like we have now popped up here. Thank you for watching. We're going to be bringing you live flag-to-flag coverage of Project Cars stock car racing at Daytona. This is qualifying, it's group qualifying. All the cars head to the track, and we see our onboard car having problems already. Well, that's embarrassing for him right here. He's going to get it gathered back up here. I think it's straightened out. Qualifying lasts for 5 minutes. We're down to roughly close to 3 minutes left in qualifying. That's enough time to get around for bad. It's about 2 laps. Yeah, we got a car stopped here on the track. That's certainly not going to be a fast lap for him. Not sure what's going on with that. Maximum field we can see is 16 cars. We're up to 14, so that's pretty excellent. Yeah, I mean, that's excellent, I guess, for excitement, because we're definitely going to see a lot of excitement with this many cars out here. Right on board with our onboard car. This 18's getting real crossways, front end's all beat in. He's holding on to it right now, though. 2 minutes left in qualifying, and you see they're really hauling the mail around here. Yeah, we ain't going to see them get up to about 200 miles an hour or anything crazy like that, but we definitely going to see them. Well, we might see them get pretty close to 200 miles an hour. Right now, looks like 194, 95. This bump draft going on down the back straightaway. Looks like he got a little bit loose coming off that corner. Now we're up to 3 followers. We'd like to thank our next viewer for following. You're watching group qualifying here for Project Cars 2 stock car racing at Daytona. Well, looks like an onboard car is going to hook a pretty hefty lap here. Him at number 2. You see the 18 is running first and second. Right now, a little bit of lag you're seeing right there. Now we have a new leader. It's like ROC is going to the top spot in qualifying. Well, I think our onboard car is actually faster than the 18. It's kind of holding them up here, but right now they've got a pretty respectable lap, and they're only going to have one more chance to get around here and do a lap in probably. So we'll see what this last lap is. Maybe these guys can get hooked up here, get something pretty good going. Right now they're running second and third. This guy Rock here leading. like we lost a viewer. We'd like to thank our other 2 viewers for sticking around. We hope that we did not lose that viewer because our commentary or the action on the track is insufficient for their liking. Speaking of insufficient for the lacking here, right now the space that 18 car is getting, that's certainly insufficient for his lacking here as these guys getting together. It's going to slow down their lap. Looks like this is going to be the final one. Car hitting the wall, that's definitely going to kill his lap. That's fortunate for him. We'll have to see how soon the other guys stack out here, but right now it's like ROC is in the top position. Well, qualifying is over and we're getting ready to take to the track shortly for 10 laps of exciting action with stock cars at Daytona. We're going to take this opportunity to get in a quick break. You're listening to XLRN's live coverage of Project Cars 2 Stock Cars. And it looks like we're back here. I think we're experiencing some technical difficulties. Hopefully we got those sorted out and you're able to listen to our play-by-play coverage of exciting Project Cars action here at the Daytona International Speedway. 13 cars in the field. We're so happy our spectator can be here with us as we're getting the green flags out. We're racing at Daytona. Well, already we got a controversial start here. Well, somebody's already getting disqualified. Not sure what's going on with that. Looks like Rockabilly Outlaw is going to lead him into turn 1. Pretty calm right now. Looks like everybody made it through turn 1. Now they go down the back straightaway. Rockabilly Outlaw pulling away to a lead. Triple X is in the second spot, followed by our onboard car, who's back here in the third position, drafting behind. Field comes through turn 4 for the first time, getting ready to come into the tri-oval. Rockabilly Outlaw trying to lead the opening lap. And looks like he's going to come across the line and do it. Followed by the 18 and the 63 in third. There's 3 cars here right now. Got a little bit of a separation going. Fourth place is kind of back here lingering as we got the 18 going up here into the wall. We've seen that happen to our onboard car in practice. That's going to drop him way back in the pack. Boy, tough break for the 18. Now he's dropping down to the apron. He's going to gather it back up, though, and try to drop back in line somewhere and catch back up with his draft. But meanwhile, we have Rockabilly Outlaw in the lead, followed by the 63 of Clinton in the third position. Well, looks like we have word of a crash on the track. We're not ready to see where it happened, but we're getting word of that. Well, that would not be surprising from some of the stuff we're seeing here. Looks like we're getting word the 18 car did crash. Tipped over somewhere on the racetrack. Boy, it looks like we got another viewer here to pop in at just the most opportune times. We're getting word of a car upside down in turn 4, the number 18. 16 is in the lead, followed by the 63, and the 22 is right on his back bumper. Now they're getting ready to enter turn 4 for the first time. Let's see if that lap car is gone. Well, you can see a lot of debris here. I mean, something definitely bad happened. We wish we had online replays, but we don't have that, though. But we do got this. We got this rear camera showing you that draft of that 22. Right on the back bumper here, the 63, and he's right over the back bumper here of the 16. Oh, it looks like the 22 is going to get into the wall. We've seen that happen. Now we have a 2-car battle here for the lead. And attrition starting to take its toll. We started out with, I believe, 14. We had disqualification at the start here if you're just joining us. That certainly dropped us down a car. Then we had that big wreck here with the 18 getting upside down. That dropped us down a car. So now we're down to 12 vehicles trying to decide who's going to win this race. And it looks like we got a 2-man battle up here for front. Rockabilly Outlaw leading every single lap as we see some cars in the garage. If you are watching, click that subscribe button so that you can see more of these exciting videos, because XLRN is here bringing you lots of excitement and action as you're seeing right now on the track as we have a tight battle going on for the top spot. 2 cars deciding who's going to win this race right now. The 3rd car is dropped significantly back off the lead draft. Yeah, these guys are hauling the mail right now. You see him entering 200 miles an hour into that corner out there. I talked about it's going to be hard for these guys here at 2 miles an hour, but these guys who are professionals, they know what they're doing. They're really hauling the mail around here. Rockabilly Outlaws led every single lap so far. 63's trying to change that.
Your pace is dead, so we need a bit more now. See what you can pull out of it.
Got another viewer. If you're just joining us, we'd like to thank you for joining. This is XLRN's live flag-to-flag coverage of Project Cars 2 stock car racing action at Daytona. Rockabilly Outlaw is in the lead. He's led every single lap so far. Behind him is the 63. We had a disqualification which dropped us down 1 car, and attrition also kicked in. We saw the 18 car going upside down in the corner. We're down to 12 cars, but realistically, it looks like 2 cars have the most realistic shot of winning this race right now, as we're seeing darkness start to set in on the track. Well, we got a little word here on the accident. We're not sure if we're actually able to broadcast this audio of the commentator that said it, but looks like there's some contact between the 18, unsurprising, which resulted in that major incident. And we've seen a lot of contact in these races. This race so far has been pretty tame, relatively speaking, other than that major incident we saw. A lot of times during these races, we will see a number of cars crashing. But if we see them crashing, it's hard to really tell, because these guys up front certainly ain't crashed right now. This Rockabilly Outlaw guy, he's got a strong race car here. You see the 6'3" here is really struggling to keep up right now. He's in his wake, but he's going to have to get a little bit closer if he's going to have any shot of winning this race, and time is starting to run out for him. It looks like we have about 2 laps to go. Or excuse me, 3 laps to go. 3 to go at Daytona. 16 has led every single lap. 63 is in the 2nd position. We're riding on board with the 63. As you can look back through his onboard roof cam, you can see there's nobody else back there. So this is a two-car battle to decide who's going to win this race. Rockabilly Outlaw has been exceptionally strong. He started from the pole and has led every single lap. As it looks like they're going to be coming up on some lap traffic. Yeah, they are. You got to wonder how that's going to factor into this race here. We talked about it a lot of times. We ain't seen it in the wrecks. So the check flag falls. And when you got lap cars out here, the speed differential between a lot of them is pretty significant. So we'll have to see here if this guy's actually a clean racer. We're just seeing Rockabilly just pull away from this guy here. Just such a strong car here, 2 laps to go. Boy, a mighty performance here from Rockabilly Outlaw. Just pulling away, looks like to at least about 8 or 9 car lengths here from our second place competitor. Trying to catch up here. That's Clinton. Well, right now, he's going to need this guy here to blow his engine or make some type of tremendous mistake. I mean, we've seen it happen here. Your car gets up into the wall. We saw it happen here in second place. Here you see our onboard car getting real swerve coming off the corner. That's certainly not going to help up his cowls as they're coming around to the white flag. White flag, one more lap here for Rockabilly Outlaw. He's got lap traffic a little bit up there, but he's hoping not to come into it because he's got a commanding lead here over Clinton 696 in the second position. Well, right now, like I said here, this next corner here is the most important part because if we see this guy here brush up on the wall, he's going to lose this race. If he can just make this next corner here clean, he's pretty much got it. So it looks like that lap traffic's not going to play a factor here. Rockabilly Outlaw is going to come out of turn 4, down the short chute, getting ready to enter the tri-oval. He's started on the pole, and he's going to end where he finished, in front. Rockabilly Outlaw wins here at Daytona. Clinton 696 is going to finish in the second position. And there you see Rockabilly down there trying to celebrate. Well, I mean, you got to celebrate. He's got to be pumped here. He led every single lap here. That was a very strong performance here on his part. Leading every single lap here from the pole. That right there. That was a Widowmaker move right there. I mean, I don't even know what to say here. Oh, we got cars crashed into. They're trying to race here. Not sure what's going on with that there, but heavy impact here. And our onboard cars going around. There you see the roof fall up. Boy, action to end out this race. We're still wrecking. There's the 18 upside down. Ending the race like he started, upside down. As there you see the finishing order, Rockabilly Outlaw coming home with the win, followed by Clinton 696, Drewski 121, and Mario. And well, you can see the rest of the running order. Click the subscribe button for more videos. We're going to stay here. We're going to go to Texas for one more race in Project Cars action. Be interesting to see how many of the competitors stick around. But as we wait to do that, we're going to take a break, and we're probably going to head over to NASCAR Heat action because we're doing stock cars here today. Click the subscribe button if you like what we are hearing or seeing. We'll be right back. Yeah, we're live. Well, we were gonna run Texas and then hop over to NASCAR Heat. But possibly. We'll see. Well, we might run one more race. Hold on, man. That would be me. I'm the broadcaster. Yeah. That would be me. Okay, I guess let's test that out. Well, we kind of got one of those satellite streams going on kind of right now. Let's see if we're able to hear this here. All right, testing. Doesn't seem like I'm hearing your audio. All right. Well, that works out. All right, we're back with X-Lorenz coverage of Project Cars 2 stock cars. This time at the Texas Motor Speedway, the 1.5 mile cookie cutter racetrack, often described by some people that are critics. But it is a staple of NASCAR, and we are here racing these stock cars and Project Cars. I've got alongside me Tim Bannon in the booth. Tim Bannon's got a lot of experience. Tim, we've got a viewer here watching. We'd like to thank them for watching. Let's see if we can give them some knowledge here. What should the viewer know or expect to see here at Texas? Well, I mean, looks like we're not really able to broadcast some of the communications we're hearing here from some of the competitors, but it looks like we got a car that already spun out, so that's certainly not a way they want to start off here, being a weapon out there. But you know, we're going to see a lot of weapons. So if you're watching this here, well, obviously you are watching, and we thank you for that. You're definitely going to see a lot more weapons out here. Our onboard car is hoping not to be a weapon. We can do interviews with our onboard car. Let's see if we can get a hold of him. Well, I don't know if we need to get a hold of him right now. He needs to get a hold of the damn wheel right now. We just saw him slapping the wall. That's a pretty rough start for him. We're going to wait for a little bit to see if this guy can get a hold of it. Yeah, we might be waiting for a while here because he's pretty crossways. And we're getting ready to have some crashes here on the front stretch here. Yeah, we definitely gonna have to wait to get a hold of this guy here because these guys, this is qualifying. This certainly ain't a great start for this guy. Well, let's see if they can get another car loaded out and get out here and get a lap under their belt, and we'll see if we can get a hold of the men. But well, Tim, you talked about it earlier that we're gonna see a lot of crashing. It looks like we got another viewer here. So, you know, thank you for joining. This is X-Lorenz coverage of Texas Motor Speedway. Right now, this is qualifying. There's about 2 minutes and now 19 seconds left in qualifying. This is going to determine where these guys start. Group qualifying. And we're riding on board here with Clinton 696. And we're getting some of the onboard audio communication from some of the competitors. And boy, we're seeing a lot of problems. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of problems. We're hearing a lot of problems. I mean, the people watching ain't hearing all the problems. They just kind of seeing the problems right now. But we're going to go into our onboard car to get an interview shortly as we see. Boy, this here is rough here. So far, he's still 13th, so somebody's going slower than this guy here. You ain't always going to be the fastest, just don't be the slowest. So I guess that's one thing you can look for. There's a car in the grass. That car is obviously having problems as well. Well, I mean, look, you saw right there, that lap just moved him up to 10th. So, I mean, what kind of laps are these guys running? If we saw a guy on the wall and on the grass, wrecking, holding our breath as we might see some more wrecking. And we indeed do see some more wrecking. Yeah, this race is going to be a crash fest here. We've seen that already just based on how. Let's see what kind of lap this here is. This might be a pole set lap here. He only hit the wall twice. Looks like he's not going to move up from that lap. Well, I guess it's about the same as the last lap here. It looks like we got the same guy here pretty much whooping him right now. Ooh, that's Rockabilly. We'll get better confirmation after qualifying's over, which is going to be in about 37 seconds. Let's see if our onboard can actually get a lap in. Just dropped down to 11. Looks like we lost a viewer here. I guess they got tired of seeing 63 hitting the wall. Qualifying getting ready to end. It's the final lap. And it looks like our onboard car is going to qualify in the 13th spot. Tim, that was a wild qualifying session. What do you think we're going to see for the race?
Well, I mean, the race, we're kind of going to see the same thing here. We're getting some word, some of these guys here, this is the first lap's turn to this racetrack. That's pretty obvious from some of the stuff we've seen happen on the racetrack. But that makes for a lot of excitement. So if this is the same spectator that's been watching since Daytona, we'd like to appreciate you for viewing here. And we're thankful for your viewership, and we're hopefully we're going to be able to give you a great race call. And we're going to see some great coverage. We got a car upside down. But that's, what in the world? Somebody upside down the front straightaway. I mean, it's to the point we've seen it so many times where we don't even know what to say. It doesn't even surprise us. But that's just the kind of excitement you would expect to see here. Actually, this is qualifying right here, so that was practice. So I mean, we got another session here this year, so this ought to be interesting. Let's see how many of these guys have actually figured out how to drive this racetrack here. Well, this is the time where it actually counts. If you've just joined us, we're getting ready to do qualifying. It's a 5-minute session, and then we're going to race 15 laps at Texas. We guarantee this is going to be an exciting race, so we advise you to stick around because you're definitely going to see a lot of crashing if that is your type of thing. Well, I hope crashing's the type of thing, because racing certainly ain't going to be the type of thing, so we're going to probably see too much of that. I mean, these guys here, I mean, our onboard car's been struggling, and everybody else has been struggling. So it'll be interesting to see how things pan out. I'm guessing Rockabilly here. We saw this guy win Daytona, and we're probably going to see him win here again because he seems to be the only guy who has this track slightly even figured out.
Okay, good luck. Let's try to take hold of this lap. Focus on the aim.
Running on board with our onboard car. Let's see if he can get into the lap, finally. Well, that ain't good right there. I mean, that's definitely going to kill a lap when you hit the wall and kill your car. Down the back straightaway here. I mean, this corner here really hasn't been a problem for him. He's been able to get through this corner here. This next corner, they ain't been able to get through. And here comes somebody here coming up on him like gangbusters. Here's a car stopped on the track. At least he's going faster than him. Oh, we had some contact here and here. Oh, there's wrecking here. They're wrecking. Are they going to hold on to it? Looks like no. Well, and still, somehow, that was like the 9th fastest lap here for him. We talked about how this is going to be a crash fest. Oh, big crash here. Big crash. They still wrecking here. Major crash on the back straightaway. Onboard cars gathering it up. Boy, I mean, we in for a whale of a race. I don't know why that one guy left. Hopefully he went to go to the bathroom and he's going to come back here because he's going to miss an exciting race here because I'm telling you, this race is going to be a demolition derby. Looks like we got word of a disqualification. Looks like the 18 was disqualified for drifting into the pits. Well, he says he got way too loose, and I guess that's pretty obvious when you drift all the way into the pits. That's pretty darn loose. Right there, that was tight, as we saw that our onboard car get into the wall. That was loose right there, as we saw him damn near wreck on the front stretch, coming through like a dog leg. Well, this car is out of control. I think he needs to come to the pits here. I mean, he's wrecked that car enough times to get out the back of the car, so maybe he needs to consider doing that. Because right now, this car here certainly ain't performing. Oh, there's some contact. Somebody's wrecking. Who's that? Not sure who that was, but that was pretty nasty.
Just about a minute left here. Here's somebody here wrecked in going into turn 1. Where that was the first time they got through the corner without hitting the wall. So that's certainly a marked improvement over some of the other things we've seen as they drift up very high here, almost into the wall. Boy, that was real loose getting off that corner there. .27 seconds left to qualify. / Demolition Derby. Well, it's going to be a really wild race once it gets going here. I mean, I can't wait to see this race here. I'm not sure how much of the race we're going to see here because outside Armor Car is definitely struggling. But he ain't the only one struggling. Here's somebody wrecked up here in the corner, hard into the wall. That's a 60 car. Down to back straight for the final time. Well, I mean, I would not advise anybody to give up here. Obviously, frustration's setting in for some of these guys here. But, I mean, the way the race is going here, the way that we've seen practice going, we're going to see a lot of guys having problems. So, I mean, as long as you can kind of coast around in the apron and not wreck, chances are you're probably going to get a top 5. Almost everybody's guaranteed a top 10. As we see, the pole sitter is disqualified, so that's very interesting. Boy, a very controversial qualifying session here. As there you're looking at the results. It's like Daniel, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, is on the pole. Not sure if that was a car that was disqualified. Boy, a lot of interesting storylines set out here. We'll be right back for the call of this race with more coverage. Welcome back to XLRN's live coverage. Ken Jones, Tim Bandit, bringing you the play-by-play action of Texas Motor Speedway. We'd like to thank our 2 viewers here for viewing, and if you like this action, we hope you do, click that subscribe button, and you will see more premium content like this. Tim, we're getting ready to go to racing here at Texas. We got 16 cars getting ready to head to the track. What do you think we're getting ready to see here? Well, right now we're kind of repeating ourselves here because the people that's been watching this here know what we're getting ready to see. It's going to be a demolition derby. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see how that all plays out here. But if we get anybody else here going, we're going to have to repeat ourselves again and tell everybody here they're going to be a crash fest because that's what it's going to be. And looks like we're getting ready to see here how many of these guys are able to survive. Be interesting to see how Trish is going to play in because we're going to see a lot of crashes. We might only see maybe 5 cars finish this race. All right, well, we're on the track. We're glad you could be here with us at the Texas Motor Speedway. Project Cars 2 NASCAR action. The field is in the tri-oval. And the green flag's out. We're racing at Texas. Well, watch this first corner here. Watch this first corner. I'm telling you, man, when these guys get into the first corner, we got our car already jacked up the crossways into the wall. Another car wrecking right in front. Here, this big one. Or I guess moderate one behind. Multiple cars crashing in turns 1 and 2. Now through turns 3 and 4 for the first time. How many cars are going to crash in this corner? Oh man, that was car getting over to the wall, but we don't count that as a crash, especially certainly based upon some of the stuff we've seen here early. And it looks like we have a lap under our belts. BOE is the leader, which is our onboard car getting into the wall. Well, we've seen this here a lot here. If you're just joining here, it's just like we have one guy just joining. We're going to see a demolition derby here. We're going to see a lot of guys up in the wall. We're going to see a lot of guys upside down. We're going to see all sorts of craziness here. Here we got a car already lapped down. Here wrecking big. He's upside down. Onboard cars in it. Debris all over the racetrack. Just a big miss. Unfortunately, you cannot hear our onboard competitors. Some of them are actually conversing right now. And we got, my goodness, that was almost another collision here for our onboard car. Yeah, that 18 car is a weapon out here. He's trying to get himself going here. He might be the guy that decides who wins this race, but not in the way you might expect. Here we got a car up in the wall here again. Boy, this has been a very, very tough race. And we're only 3 laps in. But let's switch up our cameras here for our fans here. This here's a pretty nice camera here. Project Cars got some pretty nice cameras here. You get a pretty close, up and close personal look at the wall. As our onboard car here gets a Darlington strap. There you see a car down the back straightaway here. He's probably been into the outside wall. He's probably going to be into somebody else here pretty soon. Oh, there's a big wreck here. A lot of cars upside down. At least about 4 cars in that one. They're still wrecking behind here. Major wreck. Calamity in turns 3 and 4. Well, I don't think we're done seeing wrecks here. There's the onboard car hitting the wall again. You think you know how to turn left by now. There's the leader there, Jamie Kimmel. Wow, that car got real loose coming out the corner. He's still loose here. He's hitting the wall. Well, we talked about how this race is going to be grueling. And it indeed has been very grueling. And our onboard car right now is still running 8, so that tells you how grueling this race has been. We got a heavy attrition. We're down to 11 cars. Here's somebody stopped up on the wall. Boy, these cars seem to be very, very ill handling for a lot of these competitors. Well, there's a hood flying off our onboard car. Yeah, there's some more stuff flying off some of these other cars up here. There's another guy upside down. That's the 5th place competitor. He's all jacked up and crossways. And we hear tempers flaring through our onboard audio. Yeah, I mean, that ain't surprising because, I mean, this, like we said, this is going to be Demolition Derby here. This is kind of like racing at Bristol, except for bigger. So, I mean, these guys are definitely going to be pretty angry, except for the guy leading the race. We're not sure who that is, but that's definitely the guy that's the happiest out here. Boy, look at how loose. My goodness, the trouble our onboard car is having. Well, he's giving some good pictures, but he's not giving himself a good run. So, I mean, that's pretty interesting. Boy, heavy damage. Let's just look at the damage on this car. Heavy, heavy damage. Still running in the 8th spot, though. Well, that's the top 10 there. You can't go wrong with that there. We got sparks. This car on fire. Car's all beaten and banged up. There's Rockabilly making a pass. He's 1 lap ahead of our onboard car. There you see the screen broke, and Rockabilly's having all sorts of problems. He's in the grass. Boy, these cars, everybody's having problems here. You would think that, like, maybe there's oil on the racetrack or something here, because these guys are really having some problems here, holding on to these race cars here. There's 4th place up here. I'm sure he's wrecked at least about a bajillion amount of times, and he's still running to 4th. So that tells you something. We talked about how the strategy to win this race is going to be riding around the apron. And it looks like that strategy is definitely coming to play here, as attrition is taking its toll again. And we're down to 9 cars left in the race. Windshield's definitely all cracked on this car here. That's definitely not indicative of a great day when you got a windshield cracked like this and you're missing your hood. But he's still out there soldiering. He's going to be giving us an interview after the end of this race here, because we're going to try to get a hold of this guy.
unfortunate that some of the early competitors are not able to share their audio. So that would also give a great insight into the racing as we're listening to some of that being shared. As you see the leaders go by, looks like a pretty good battle going on for the lead, actually.
Yeah, it actually is here. We got 3 cars up here battling for the lead. So, I mean, we got to start paying attention to that right now. Obviously, these guys here are not having some of the same tire issues that these other guys are having. This is like Indy all over again, but in Texas, for a lot of these competitors.
Well, one thing you can admire, though, although we're not able to admire the racing for the lead because our onboard car is so far back, but one thing you can certainly admire are the stunning visuals of Project Cars, too.
Yeah, I mean, this is amazing right here, these graphics you're seeing here. That was a pretty semi-amazing wall slap right there by onboard car, but just the lighting effects here. We've seen this racer transition from day to night. And it just looks amazing.
And it looks like the race is over. So that's certainly merciful for our onboard car. We just need to see who won the race. Looks like Fry won the race. Not sure what that stands for, but we're going to see shortly as we're on the cool-down lap right now. Let's see what happens here, because last time at Daytona, we saw a lot of tempers flaring during the cool-down lap.
Yeah, I believe that might be Krypton. We got to see here. Got to see shortly as it's cutting down here. There's the ticker. There you see our torn up onboard car here. Hit everything but the pace car. It's like Roland Cry. We're not even going to try to pronounce that. Won the race.
Well, congratulations to the AI. It looks like the top finishing human competitor was Automatic Race, so congratulations to him. We're going to take this opportunity to get in a break. We'll be back with more XLRN's coverage. We'd like to thank our viewer here for watching us. And if you've not clicked that subscribe button, please feel free to click it for more exciting content like what you're viewing right now. We'll be back after this break. Stock cars. How about at Indy? I was thinking about stock cars at Indy. Stock cars at Daytona. I guess we'll do that as the last Daytona race and or NASCAR race, and then I'll switch over to Indy cars. $15 laps is a bit long. We'll make it a 10 laps, or should it be shorter? Welcome back to X Lawrence coverage. And Joseph Bandit coming to you live at Daytona. We're in the 5-minute session of practice, and then we're gonna have 5 minutes of qualifying before we head to the race. A 10-lapper here, another one, to cap off our NASCAR action with Project Cars. Tim, what do you think we can expect to see here for this race? Right now, these guys are trying to feel themselves out.
Well, I mean, that first race at Daytona was pretty tame. The Texas race was a lot crazier than the Daytona race, which is kind of surprising because a lot of times Daytona kind of sets the benchmark for a wild race. But I mean, I think what we're going to sit ready to see here probably is a pretty exciting race. So you picked a great time to join in and watch. Right now, this is qualifying here. But once this race gets going, which should roughly be happening in about 10 minutes because we got a qualifying session. Got car into the wall. We can commonly talk about cars in the wall. It's a pretty frequent occurrence here in Project Cars racing, at least with stock cars. As right now you're looking at the 63 car leading. Looks like Rockabilly is the fastest. Rockabilly started on the pole here during our first race and led every single lap. And looks like he's trying to duplicate that feat. Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's got a fast race car right now.
Both cars third fastest at the moment. This is just practice. The next section is qualifying, so that's when it's time to definitely count. We're not sure if we're able to broadcast any of the audio of the competitors that we're hearing. We apologize for that. It's made for a little bit of a clumsy broadcast because sometimes when we're not speaking, we are listening to what these competitors are saying. But in any event, we thank you for sticking with us. And we hope that the racing that you see on the racetrack is going to fill your need for speed. Our onboard cars drop back here to the 5th fastest. Looks like we have a new fastest here. BR, not BUR, excuse me. Not sure what that stands for exactly. We'll definitely find out the answers to that and more at the end of this practice. Well, we're coming up to some lap traffic. Able to navigate past it. Boy, the visual effects of Project Cars are second to none, Tim. I mean, we're seeing some great lighting effects here. Really get a sense of speed as we're riding along with this car. It feels like you're actually on board one of these stock cars.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, the car looks evil to drive, so I mean, that's kind of how these stock cars are, pretty evil. Especially Daytona, because these guys are running around here at a pretty fast foot speed. But once you see them getting together in a large pack, right now these guys just practicing. But once these guys are actually out here racing for something, that's when it's going to look real hairy.
Looks like practice is over. There's our onboard car coming down into the pits.
Right now looking pretty clean. It's looking a lot different than how that car looked at Texas. And we're getting some questions here about the audio, so we're going to take a break here to see if we can check this out and finally solve the mystery of whether we're actually broadcasting anybody's audio. Listen to XLR and we'll be right back.
Go steady on the outlap. Okay, good luck. Let's try and take pole with this lap. Focus on the apexes at carrying speed. home in the race. Great start, mate. Nice one. That lap is a new personal best. Good job. Keep pushing. Last lap now, mate. Stay focused. Just keep it clean and tidy all the way to the flag. Fantastic, great win. You nailed it today. Brilliant driving.